Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to PLUS Model Radio, the #1 podcast for plus-size women. I'm your host, Chenese Lewis, coming to you live from Los Angeles. Today is Monday, June 10th, 2013. Make sure you like PLUS Model Radio's Facebook page at facebook.com/PLUS Model Radio and follow us on Twitter as well at PLUS Model Radio. And there is a new blog on the website which will have information about everything you hear on tonight's episode, as well as updates from our past guests that have big things going on. So make sure you visit the website at plusmodelradio.com. Chic and Curvy Boutique is the place for affordable, curvy fashions, size 10 to 20. Shop online at chicandcurvy.com or visit their Inglewood, California location at 204 South Market Street. Right now, get 15% off your purchase with promo code PMRadio at chicandcurvy.com. I'm coming to the Essence Music Festival July 5th through 7th in New Orleans, and I'll be in the Convention Center interviewing all of your favorite stars from music, film, and television. My clothing sponsor for the weekend is Simply Fashion, and as I count down the days to go to New Orleans, I am giving away Simply Fashion gift cards on my Instagram every day in June. So follow me on Instagram at Chenese Lewis and look for the flyer with all the info to enter the giveaway, and let me hook you up. Now, today on the show, we have from Jerseylicious, Tracy DiMarco, from Curvy Girls, Joanne Borgella, but up first is Kenyatta Jones from House of Curves. Bella Renee is a fashion-forward, plus-size clothing label established in 2007 by designer Kenyatta Jones. Growing up as a plus-size girl in Mississippi, Kenyatta recognized at an early age that there were few fashion options for girls like her. While nursing her mother, Renee, through breast cancer, Kenyatta realized that life is precious, and she left the corporate world to follow her passion for fashion. The business is affectionately named after her mother, who survived her fight with cancer and invested in her daughter's dreams. This week, the world will be exposed to that dream as the reality show House of Curves premieres on WEtv. Let's welcome Kenyatta to the show. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So are you super excited right now?
I am beyond excited. I don't think it's really hit me yet that it's actually airing on Thursday, but I'm excited.
So prior to starting your clothing line, what were you doing? I know you were in the corporate world, but what specifically were you doing?
I was actually a director of human resources for a Fortune 500 company. And as the world went into the chaos of everybody losing their jobs, I lost mine as well. And at that particular time, my mother was sick. So, I always say things happen for a reason. And I was able to, be there for her and nurse her back to health. But the job afforded me the opportunity of learning how big business really works. So that helped me.
And so you did a total 360 and went from Fortune 500 to fashion. So for those, go ahead.
Well, I think it's kind of, I want to say ordained, because honestly, fashion and Fortune 500, they're synonymous with each other, but just in two different genres. And I honestly think that like I said, everything happens for a reason. And I don't really know how it all transpired, but I'm here, girl.
So for those listening not familiar with your brand and clothing line, tell us what type of clothing you carry.
I carry women's plus-size clothing from sizes. Now we carry 10 because I had so many people emailing and calling and saying, why don't you carry sizes 10? So I said, to me, that really was not plus size, but I was going to go ahead and give the people what they wanted. So we carry plus sizes from 10 to 28. We have a jean line. We have the first high fashion line ever for plus size women. We have a contemporary collection, and we're working on our affordable line as well.
Okay, so what is the price point and the size range of your clothing line?
We have clothes from $59 all the way up to $5,000. So
wow, well, what's the $5,000?
That would be a custom couture piece. We also do couture clothing. We started out doing couture kind of in the beginning because that's something that is, next to my heart. I absolutely love Paris Fashion Week. I love Milan Fashion Week. I love to see the shows where the designers don't have to hold anything back and have any restraints. So that's kind of, how the business started was custom pieces. So custom pieces, handmade, hand-beaded, $5,000 and up, yeah.
So you have something for every price range for everybody.
Yes, we do. We do.
And are you active in the plus-size community in Atlanta? I know there's a lot of fashion shows and a lot of things going on out there. Are you real active on the scene?
I am not. There are a lot of things that go on here, and I get a lot of invitations to them and a lot of people wanting us to participate. But, I think that you have to set a certain standard by what you want your business to be, recognized as. And there are a lot of great things that happen here in Atlanta, but we don't want anybody to take us for what we're not. We said we're the best. We've said that ever since we started this business that we were going to give the plus-size woman everything that she didn't have, everything that I know I wanted as a plus-size woman. So, we're very careful about where we show and where we allow our business, to participate with certain things and certain people.
So some of the things just isn't up to par for your brand.
Well, some of them are, and maybe the timing is not right, or it could be just that, we made the decision to, not go that route. It does happen. I think you have to, you have to weed through it. In this day and age, there is a fashion week for full figures everywhere. Once Full Figure Fashion Week came out, it seems like everybody followed that sign with, Miss DeVoe and just decided, hey, I'm going to do it here, I'm going to do it there, I'm going to call it curvy, I'm going to call it this, I'm going to call it that. But you have to, as a designer, you have to set that standard and say, what is the best? What is the epitome? Where will my brand be more beneficial, participating in? And it's a hard decision to make because there are so many events and so many things going on. But ultimately, we don't want to be seen as just, another curvy brand or another plus-size brand. We don't, really care that we have that title. That is what we are. But what we want is the diversity. We want to, desegregate the fashion industry, if you could say that, and just basically be a part of the fashion industry as a whole and not just be considered as, a plus-size brand.
Now, your clothing line is not brand new, but it's still growing. The brand is still growing. So how did you land your own reality show over more well-known plus-size designers?
Well, and I know a lot of plus-size designers out there are probably listening to get the answer to this question. I honestly have to say that it was just divine. We wanted as much press as we could possibly get, and I don't care. You can have the best publicist in the world, but being on national TV in front of millions of viewers, you can't get any better press than that. But the network, as well as, a lot of people in the fashion industry really believed in what we were doing, and it was something different. Nobody really wanted to step up and do, high fashion. So when we started to talk about the show, they were like, well, what is this show going to be about? We see your life. You say it's fabulous chaos, but what are we really going to see? And I said, you're going to see a dream that I've had ever since I realized that I wasn't accepted into high fashion, and that was for me to make the first, full-figured, curvy, however you want to say it, high fashion brand. So they were like, now that sounds like something. We haven't heard that before.
Was there a casting call looking for a designer?
No.
Or okay.
When I say divine, I mean literally they found me. I mean divine, like divine. And when the opportunity presented itself, I was just like, I had the opportunity maybe about a year before that, and it kind of fell through because they really didn't believe in what it was that, I was doing. It was just like, being curvy is a fad. I heard this from so many, networks and executive producers. Being curvy is a fad, and, eventually all these women that are preaching be curvy, they will go on diets, and they will do what Jennifer Hudson did, and they will do what Monique did, and, they will lose weight, and, what's the longevity of this? And I said, listen, I've been fat since I was 5, so if you don't understand me, this is not going to work. So I was fortunate enough to find an outlet to still get my brand out there, and they found me. And I told them from the beginning, this is who I am. This is Kenyatta all day, every day. You're going to get it. No filter. This is it. So when they found out what it was that I was doing, they said, so you're really going to do this. It's never been done. It might not work. Are you sure you want to put this on national television just in case you fail? And I said, you know what, I think somebody can always learn from someone else's, triumph or someone else's demise. So let's do it.
And since the announcement of House of Curves on WEtv, have you already noticed the boom in your following and people reaching out to you before the show has even premiered?
Definitely. Our website crashed when we came out with our new spring line, and it was like right after the announcement had been made, and we were just kind of like totally not prepared for that. And that's never happened to us before, so we had to kind of get ourselves, acclimated about that. But the followers, yes, the emails, the calls, all of that, just supporting. We've had a few naysayers, but if you don't have people hating on you, then you're not doing something important. That's what I believe.
Exactly. Now tell me a little bit about the show and your castmates.
Well, my castmates are some of my very best friends. I've known them since college. Kendra Bailey, she is my creative director, and Sherlinda Fitzpatrick, she is my design director. And I have an assistant named Milan, and I'm sure all of you have seen in the clip where she is completely full attitude, and that is her all day, every day. My mom is my business partner, as everybody knows by now. I'm surrounded by a lot of people that get me. They know me. They know the struggle. Sherlinda is plus size. Kendra considers herself plus size, but I don't think she is. Milan is plus size, doesn't want to be plus size, so there is always drama about that. We are Team Curvy Girl. We're Team plus size girl, and you have Milan over here who's constantly going on a diet, some liquid diet or some fad diet, trying to drop 30 or 40 pounds, easily and quickly, and we're going out and eating steak and lobster. So it's friendship, it's love, it's definitely arguing because we're more like sisters than we are like friends because we have known each other for so long, and then we're in a work setting. So at the end of the day, I'm their boss, and that's where the drama comes in.
Right, because sometimes it's hard to do business with friends because they're oh, girl, who you trying to tell me what to do?
Exactly.
They don't see you as boss.
Exactly. Yeah,
so
exactly.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous about how you will be depicted on television? Because in that preview, the video that goes around, there's a lot of bad words in that preview.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I just started using real curse words about 2 years ago. I would spell my curse words, and because I just thought it was just so, why am I cursing? Like, is it that serious? And honestly, when I started really, like, getting into business and really, like, not having a vacation, I haven't had a vacation in years, I was just like, you know what, sometimes you have to emphasize things with a 4-letter word, and God knows my heart. So if I'm cursing at you, that means I'm serious about what I'm saying or I'm very pissed off. So there are a lot of 4-letter words you will hear, but that's me.
Okay.
I mean, I'm lucky to have not only a production company but also a network that allowed me to be exactly who I am. They didn't push me. They didn't press me. They literally turned the cameras on, and that was it. So that was the biggest blessing that I could ever ask for, was not having to, be a reality show where there's, going to be somebody punching somebody or something like that. I mean, we get into our fights, we argue, but I think there's enough negativity between women, especially black women on TV already. We don't need it anymore, and that's not who I am. I mean, I will, get there. I'm not from the ghetto, but I have GPS, and I know the direction, so I can get there.
All right. So what is your ultimate goal you wish to achieve from the exposure of this reality show?
I would like to be the first plus-size designer to ever show at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. I know that it has been attempted, but it hasn't happened yet. And like I say, I really would like to catapult my business and myself to that level of, it's the fashion industry, not the full-figured fashion industry or the plus-size fashion industry. I just would like us to all live, harmoniously all together. So I hope that through this television show they're able to see the life of a plus-size woman that's, not lazy, laying around, I guess what they think that we do, constantly sit up and eat Twinkies. I've never had a Twinkie in my life. I don't know what it is that they think that, we do because we're overweight or we're fat. But that's not the life I live. I mean, I try to get in the gym at least 2 to 3 times a week, but I wear 6-inch heels all day, every day, so that's enough exercise in itself. I don't know what they think. I don't know what they think that we do, but I want them to see what we do. I want them to see a powerful, plus-size woman taking charge and handling her business, and I would really like this show to give confidence to women that may not have it because they've either gained weight or they can't lose weight. I want them to be happy with who they are until they get the body that they want.
Well, sounds good. I will definitely be watching. The show premieres this Thursday on WEtv at what time?
At 10 p.m.
Now, do you have anything else coming up we can be on the lookout for, or is it all about the show right now?
Well, actually, I think Wednesday we drop a new Bella Bodycon line. I have never, ever, ever until like the last year or so worn a fitted total bodycon dress, but I saw that it, became a trend in the plus-size industry, and women were really, really, being positive about it and not, being afraid to show their curves. So we decided to do a line of very fitted, very sexy bodycon dresses. So that should drop, I think, if not tomorrow, it should drop on Wednesday, definitely before the show airs on Thursday. For spring, summer 2014, we're going to do another high fashion line. I honestly edited myself on the first one, because I was very scared. I really wanted to introduce the plus-size woman into luxury more so than the aspect of the high fashion and the out-of-the-box, but I'm really doing some out-of-the-box, like never expected for a plus-size woman to even think about wearing or pairing. Definitely the tailoring, sparkle, glitter, everything you can think of, I'm throwing it into the new spring-summer line. And we're going to do swimwear. That's very important, too, to me to do swimwear. I haven't been on vacation, but I have a very hard time finding swimsuits, to fit me. So I'm working on that as well.
And so what's your official website to keep up with everything Bella Renee?
It's www.bellarenee.net, and that's BELLARENE.net.
Well, thank you for being a guest on the show. I'm really excited to watch your show, and wishing you all the success in the world.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast. I've been a fan for a long time.
Oh, thank you. And are you going to the Essence Festival? Because I usually interview all the WEtv reality stars at the Essence Festival.
I wish that I could tell you where I'm going to be tomorrow, but my life is like flying by the seat of. I know that I will be at Full Figure Fashion Week. I'm scheduled to walk in the Curves for Cure for Curves. I think it's Curves for Cure.
Okay.
If I'm saying it right. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. At Full Figure Fashion Week next week. So I'm scheduled for that. So I didn't know if you would be there for that. But I'm not sure about Essence, but I really hope that I can make it down there. That would be great. I love New Orleans. I'm from Mississippi.
All right. Well, continued success, and I'll be watching Thursday.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And coming up a little later on the show is Tracy DiMarco from Jerseylicious. But right now, we're going to talk to Joanne Borgella, the Haitian sensation, hailing from Oyster Bay Cove, Long Island, New York. First hit the scene on Season 1 of the Oxygen Network's highest-rated show, Monique's Fat Chance, and walked away with the crown of Miss FAT 2005. Joanne went on to pursue her career as a plus-size model and is represented by Wilhelmina Models 1020 division in New York and Miami. She has modeled for Torrid, Ashley Stewart, Walmart, and Kohl's department store, and has ads featured in 17 Essence and InStyle magazines, to name a few. In 2008, she appeared on the 7th season of American Idol and made it to the top 24 final contestants. Joanne continues to soar as the newest castmate on Season 2 of Nuvotv Curvy Girls, which premieres tomorrow. Let's welcome Joanne to the show.
Hi.
Hi, Joanne. How are you?
I'm great. That was a great intro. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being so fabulous and representing so well. You are a top plus model, reality star, singer, designer. Do you ever sleep?
You know what? I don't. I'm constantly thinking about the next thing to do.
And I can relate to that. That's how you get the hustle on, when you're always thinking about something. And your modeling career has not only been consistent, but I think booming. And I notice you always have new pictures. How often do you test?
Well, a model's only as good as her last shoot, really. So I feel like it's important for all models to test at least minimum twice a month, if possible. Now, I say that not meaning that I always get those shoots in, but, that's a goal. But it's always great to have new test shots for new clients and for old clients to see what you look like and, your body movements.
Right. And you always have flawless pictures.
Thank you, Faye.
Besides being a model, you're a designer. Now, the last time you were on the show a couple of years ago, you were talking about your jewelry line. Now, what's up with that? Are you still making jewelry?
So I still do make jewelry, and at the time I was hand making them by myself, and the pieces did extremely well, and they still are, but I focused on the clothing, which has always been my dream. I've been sketching since I was a little girl, and, I walked out the womb sick, so it's always been about the curvy body. And now my dreams of that's coming true, and I'm launching this week, actually, so I'm really excited about that.
So you're launching your clothing line this week?
Yep. It's called Joanne Borgella, New York.
Oh, well, tell me a little bit about this clothing line. What type of clothing will it be?
It's curvy. It's clothing for the curvy woman. I want to bring back a little more chicness in dressing. It's a lot of dresses and skirts and just actually fashion from my point of view. I feel like there's always an occasion to look great, even if you're running to the corner store. I feel like you need to look hot, So it's just about showing one shape and it looking beautiful and sexy and put together without too much effort.
Now, you are no stranger to television. Like I said in your intro, you've been on several shows.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say whore, but
no, we can say it. Reality how.
So how did you connect with Nuvotv for Curvy Girls?
Well, they actually contacted me, and, they just told me that they were interested in me and they loved what I've done thus far in the industry, and they wanted to meet with me, and, we met and we instantly clicked, and, I when they contacted me, I'd seen something on the show, but I hadn't gotten to fully see the season, and one day I watched all episodes, and I was like, you know what, these girls at the end of the day are trying to achieve their dreams, and I think individually each one of them are great, and I was like, why not, and I thought it was a great platform to show people who I am and my personality and what I've been trying to achieve my whole life as far as music and modeling and fashion, because, I've done a lot of television, but I've yet to achieve my goals. So I'm still fighting for that. I'm still trying to climb up that ladder, and I think Curvy Girls allows people to see that process, and I feel blessed for it.
So were you a fan of the show prior to being cast?
Well, when they first told me about it, I hadn't seen it, so when I did get to see it, I was obsessed. Just because my schedule was a little hectic last year, but I knew so much about it, and I knew that the press was amazing on it as well, and I'd seen the girls in a few interviews. So when I got down to watching the shows, it was definitely a page turn. I was like, ooh, what's happening next week with Ivory? There's definitely some drama in it, and I try to live a drama-free life, but I'm all up in it now.
Right. So how do you think you will be portrayed on Curvy Girls? Because they, edit Ivory to be kind of a diva, and, I love Ivory May. So how do you think
Ivory is amazing. I absolutely love her. You know what? I think I'm going to hopefully be myself on the show as far as editing. Every time we've taped, I've always been me, and I think we'll just be watching together, really. Hopefully everyone loves me. I love people. I love entertaining. I love people smiling. So there are definitely moments. There are definitely a lot of funny moments that we shot.
And are there any girls on the show that you didn't mesh well with?
No, actually, everyone was pretty awesome. Everyone again we're all in the same mental space as far as being very driven, but I have not had any problems or issues really with anyone. We all kind of got along. It kind of worked. When I became the fifth member, it felt right.
Well, good. So okay, that's a good sign. So besides being a reality star, are you still working on your music? Have you been signed to a record label yet? What's going on with the music department?
Right, Chenese, we haven't spoken in a while. Let me fill you in, boo-boo. So I actually signed a record deal last year with Robbins Entertainment, and that was huge for me because after American Idol, there's a bit of a waiting period before you can do anything, and it's just been something I've always wanted because I've always wanted people to hear my vocals. I actually signed my record deal because of a song I wrote called Saki Bitch. It's a random title, right? I was working in the studio with a huge producer by the name of Carl Ryden. He's a huge dance producer in Europe, and we were working on a ton of songs and working with these amazing songwriters, Grammy nominated. And one day we were taking a break, and Carl and I went to a Japanese restaurant. He was like, and he's from London. He was like, "Have you had any sake?" And I was like, "No, I've never had sake before." He was like, "Let's get a bottle." So he gets a bottle of sake, right? You with me? And they pour in a shot. I shot it, and he's like, "No, don't shot it." I'm like, "All right, too late." Second shot, I shot it again. Naturally, it's in a shot glass. I'm gonna keep doing it. By the third shot, I was completely slurring my words. I was just like, "Oh." And I kept on yelling out, "Where's my sake, bitch?" to everyone. So it was a little inappropriate. Yeah, so he dragged me back to the studio, and he was just like, and I just kept on yelling, "Where's my sake, bitch?" And he was just like, "Let's put that on a track." And at this point, I'm gone. I'm just like, huh? and he played this beat, and I literally got on the mic and spit out, "Where's my sake, bitch? Where's my sake, bitch? Oh no!"
So that was a freestyle.
It was a freestyle, basically, and you know, that song got me my record deal. Robbins Entertainment heard it. Not the other songs I wrote where I was belting out. That song is why I believe, you know, those are things like that allows you to know that there is a God. I mean, I'm not even singing on the track. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just the point that had to be made, that this was going to happen in my life. So it's a fun song. I know a lot of my fans from Idol, a lot of them are just like, she's not singing, but that's the story. That's how it happened. I'm not the label. I'm not going to be like, look, this is my first single. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing, and it's a fun track to listen to before going out with your friends. It's a dance label that I'm under, so I'm very excited about that.
And so, so the music going well, the reality show coming up tomorrow, and just when you think anything couldn't get any better, you got engaged.
I got engaged. It was completely unexpected. I mean, I was glowing. It was a beautiful moment. People will get to see it on the show because, you know, they're following our lives, and it was just lovely. I can't really give too much away, but I'm more than happy, and the ring is gorgeous. He did good. He's a good guy.
All right. Well, that's exciting. I saw somebody post on Facebook when you posted that you were engaged. They were like, oh, you know, Joanne, she's a top model, she's a businesswoman, she's strong. That gives us hope because some men are intimidated by all that. So somebody was like, oh, that gives me hope. There's somebody for me. So you're just inspiring people with everything.
Oh, that's nice. You know what? There definitely, I believe everyone does have their person out there, and believe me, I've been through it in relationships. I've been hurt to the core, but I've always prayed on it, and, you know, you just got to keep your faith, and you have to believe that that person's coming and they'll arrive, because my love came to me 2 years ago out of the blue, out of nowhere, and I could have never told you that I'd be engaged at this very moment. So I think people need to always just think positively and just let God work for you, and things will unravel. And also in life in general, as far as, like, goals, no one could have ever told me growing up that I was going to be a model. I was always told I was too big. I need to lose weight. You're too fat for this, too fat for that, but you've got a great voice, you know? So I heard those thoughts of others, and I took it, and I kind of put it in the back door, and I said, I'm going to make this happen no matter what I look like, because at the end of the day, I want to be healthy, but I want to be healthy and happy. I don't feel like I need to be trying to kill myself to be a size 2'4". Now, granted, I did put on a little love weight. I'm not even going to lie, though. I'm in love. You know that good love weight when you're at the restaurant. It's like, yeah, I'll have another piece and another glass of wine as well. So, you know, I need to chill with that. But at the end of the day, as long as you are healthy, then why are you going to kill yourself to be something that you're not? I've been plus size my entire life. And because so many people said no, I knew in my mind that one day God would say yes, and he did say yes several times over. So it's about pushing through no matter how hard the journey is. As long as you keep at it, your dreams will happen.
And you do so much. Where are you going to find the time to plan a wedding?
Girl, do you understand? The day after I got engaged, my friends have been blowing me up every day, and I'm just like, I can't talk about this right now. Believe me, I'll find the time. I'm pretty much leaving it up to my parents, though. I'm their last baby. I'm the only girl. So my dad is like, all of a sudden, I didn't even know he was so into weddings. He's telling me where we're having it, what city, what state. He's just hilarious. So, but I'm excited, though. I was never the person that was like, you know, I have friends that the minute they got engaged, they already had the save the dates on my door. So I'm the opposite person, so I definitely have a lot of work cut out for me because we want to get married next year around this time.
So do you have anything else coming up we should be on the lookout for? I know the show premieres tomorrow.
Yes, please stay tuned for that, everyone. It should be great, and I'm excited to be a part of this cast. The girls are amazing, and everyone is driven and working hard, and you're watching us climb the ladder, really. And, of course, obviously, there's some drama, there's conflict. You put 5 girls in a room, naturally, something's going to pop off at one point, especially with some alcohol, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a great show, feel good, because at the end of the day, we all just want to succeed. And I feel like it's important for people to see women like us on television and like the other girls you're interviewing on the show, because it's hard when you wake up every morning and there's a certain thing you see on television and no one looks like you. And for the mere fact that we have Curvy Girls, that in itself is a big deal, and I feel like all should definitely support.
Totally. And so any new campaigns or anything else coming up?
I've been modeling for Ashley Stewart for 7 years. From the moment I started modeling, I have a new campaign coming out with him in another month, I believe. And JBNY, Joanne Borgella in New York, it should be up. My launch will be this week, and I'm really excited about that because I hope people love what I'm bringing to them fashion-wise. And that's it. Everyone can catch me on my social networks, all 52 billion of them.
Right.
Right. There's so many. I'm just like, my God. I'm constantly updating, especially Instagram photos. You can see my life through my pictures. And my website, JoanneBorgella.com, is basically the mother lode of everything. So.
Well, all right. Well, I am excited for you once again.
Thanks,
you continue to keep doing your thing, and I will be watching tomorrow, and I'm going to tweet you, and I'm going to let you know what I think.
Oh, thank you, right? Let me know if you see too many bad angles. Denise, I must tell you, though, we've spoken years ago, known you for years. You've done an amazing job with this show, and I'm proud of you. You're amazing as well. So thank you for this interview.
Thank you. Well, continue success and enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And last but definitely not least is Tracy DiMarco. Tracy DiMarco achieved success in the business when cast in a reality show on the Style Network called Jerseylicious. The show follows the daily happenings at the Gatsby Salon in Greenbrook, New Jersey. Jerseylicious is a place where big hair meets big personalities. DiMarco is a strong and dominant figure on the show who always finds herself part of the drama along with her nemesis, Olivia. Sparks usually fly whenever this true Jersey girl is around. And let's see if we can get Tracy on the show. She hasn't called in yet. I don't see her, but we're going to give a few minutes. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for Tracy, don't forget to join PLUS Model Radio on Facebook and Twitter at PLUS Model Radio. And also don't forget that on Instagram, I'm giving away gift certificates every day this month. All you have to do is repost the flyer and follow me and Simply Fashions on Instagram. Okay, let's see if we can get Tracy on the line. If we can't get her on the line soon, we will just end the show early, but we definitely want to talk to Tracy because so many people are fans of Jerseylicious. All right. Well, I think Tracy might have called a little too early. I saw the number on the switchboard earlier. Maybe there was a confusion with the time. So you know what? I'm just in the show, so it won't be a lot of dead time. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Tracy on, but we'll try and reschedule her another time. But Tracy has a clothing line called Icon Clothing that has all sizes, including plus sizes, that we were going to talk about, but we'll get to that at a later date. So thank you to all of my fabulous guests this evening. Tune in next week, and we'll have more PLUS industry professionals with stories to not only inspire you, but to keep you connected with the curvy community. If you're interested in advertising on our show or being a guest, visit the website at plusmodelradio.com. And if you haven't already, don't forget to join our fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/plusmodelradio. I've been your host this evening, Chenese Lewis. Thank you for tuning in and supporting. Until next time, keep thriving in your curves and be blessed.